Yeah, exactly. It was one of those phases. Come on in. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Hi, Mike. Welcome to 3D Cannabis Center.
Hi. Hello.
I'm Toni. I'm the
nice
owner. Here we're going to give you a virtual tour of how this whole recreational marijuana sale thing goes down.
That would be amazing.
So we, at 3D Cannabis Center, we're 100% recreational marijuana facility.
Okay.
We ID everybody that comes through the door. They have to be 21 or older to get in through the door, but we can sell cannabis to anybody in the world that's 21 or over now. Once you come in and you have your IDs checked, then you come and you wait in line. You can use the ATMs if you like. Currently, we're a cash-only business until banking regulations loosen up a little bit, hopefully in the very near future. We have very little waiting time here, but in anticipation of 420 and the volume of customers coming in, we're currently building out a second dispensing room, and that'll be ready by 420. And this is our main dispensing room right now. We have 2 bud tending stations in this room, and then we have 2 cashiers. So the bud tenders work directly with the customer to define what their outcome is, their desired outcome, and then we customize our recommendations based on the customer needs. Okay. We sell all kinds of different products. We cultivate 70% of the marijuana that we sell. We're actually at about 80% cultivation right now. And we'll display an eighth of each strain that we have available for the day. So the consumer can actually look at those buds, smell them, get a feel for what they're going to get. Right. And then we pre-package them in grams, eighths, and in pre-rolled joints. And we roll our joints out of bud, and we make them 1 gram a piece. So they're really quality, solid pre-roll cones. Everything's tagged according to the Marijuana Enforcement Division as far as, the verbiage and what's required at the state level. Right. We've always tried to be really compliant in everything that we've done. And then we also sell edibles, a variety of edibles, and concentrates. We do concentrates from Mahatma currently. So after they've placed their order with the bud tender, then the bud tender will give them a sign-out sheet, and then that's taken over to the cashier, and basically that'll list what products they've ordered. Okay. So it's great for inventory checks and balances. Right. And then the customer takes this over to the cashier, and Megan is our cashier today. Hello, love. And she'll do the order fulfillment with all of the product in the back, and then actually do the cash transaction at that point. Okay. They get a receipt. Everything is sealed in a child-resistant double locking sealed bag, which is required by Med. Right. And then we also try to educate the consumers. Most of them are out of state. 80% of our business is out of state people.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are just coming here just as much to learn,
Truly, truly. And yeah, you get a lot of people that haven't smoked bud in 20 years. They're completely overwhelmed with 10 different choices. But that's where we take a great pride in educating our bud tenders on all of our strains and how they affect people. And we consider it an educational position. And really, it's great. They work directly with the consumer to make sure that they're getting the right. You never want to give somebody a sour diesel strain if they had anxiety or didn't want that in heightened awareness, because that'll mess them up.
Put you over.
So exactly. Right, okay. Well, how about we go back and take a look at our viewing corridor?
Sounds great.
All right, sounds good. So we're going to head on back. This really sets 3D Cannabis Center apart from any other center in the world. We have the world's largest cultivation viewing corridor that is open to the public. What we wanted to do with this viewing corridor is show people how we cultivate cannabis, and really that it's just a plant. We were a medical center for 3 years before we converted to a recreational facility, and we always promoted self-cultivation. All right, so do you want to take a look inside the room?
That would be amazing.
All right, let's do it. Okay. These girls back here are close to being finished. You can tell because of the color of the little pistolas on there. They've got, they're turning a little red. Our rooms have between 200 and 300 plants per room at any given time. Okay. And there's different strains in each room, because each room, once it's harvested, then that's the sellable marijuana the following week.
Cool, so this is the hydroponic room?
This is the hydroponics, meaning hydroponics, yep. Okay. And basically meaning that there's a constant water source to these plants on a continuous basis, which allows us to add more nutrients to their uptakes. Okay. When you look at this bud, hydroponics, I mean, if you just feel how thick that is around there. Oh yeah. So hydroponics yields at least 2 times as much as soil, but sometimes it can yield as much as 3 or 4 times. We use a trellising system in our hydroponics rooms, and what that does is it gives the bud support as they're growing. Okay. And again, it's a full 8-week cycle. Sometimes they grow a little bit longer. Sativas tend to take longer, an extra week or 2 as well. So this is a retail tag. This is what the recreational tags look like. They're all blue and they say retail across them. And basically we're required to track the marijuana from seed or clone to sale. So this unique identifying tag number stays with this plant all the way to the point of sale.
Okay.
It's an amazing tracking system, and really, I think it's going to help legitimize the legal industry, because it is from seed to sale. You know, every single plant you have, you're going to be able to get all kinds of data as far as, you know, what your waste weights are, what your average weight is per plant based on the time you had to grow them. It's a data gathering tool for the state, really, as far as cannabis cultivation and the results of it. It's a brand new industry, so nobody really knows what to expect. So it's kind of a learning curve for everybody, including the state.
Right, definitely. We're from Colorado Springs.
Yep.
Recently we sat down with a couple of city councilmen, including Councilman Pico, and his whole thing is that we're going to see, with the recreational sales of marijuana being legalized, we're going to see cartels move in even harder and adapt to these situations and push even harder than they were able to when it was illegal. And to me, it sounded a little bit confusing and almost a little bit ludicrous. I mean, do you have any comment on that?
Well, that's the word I was thinking of, was ludicrous. I mean, that's just silly. That's somebody that didn't read Amendment 64 or the implementation process of it. Everybody that's in the recreational side has been seriously vetted as a business owner on the medical side for years. Only licensed, compliant, and in good standing business owners of medical centers were allowed to even apply for retail licenses. So the owners that have made that jump are highly vetted, very well respected, tax-paying, law-abiding business people. I don't believe the cartel is here at all, and it's pure business people. We had to track every dime we invested into this business from day one. I had to disclose my child's savings accounts, had to show 10 years worth of financial documentation, so it would be virtually impossible. Plus, there's also a 2-year residency rule on anybody in this industry having ownership. You must be a 2-year resident. There's an extensive FBI background check. There's financial checks that go on. It's nothing but hardworking, you know, brave entrepreneurs that are in this industry. It's not cartels, and we're going to prove that.